Investigate where the weird noises are coming from. I don't hear any weird noises. Would have been better if I could.
Huh?
I hear a cat. What are we gonna do with it? Okay.
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent...
Okay, cut off dialogue. He seems cool. I like your cards. Looks a little unhinged. But I guess when you're experimenting on humans and tacit discords, it's kind of the effect you're gonna have. Heterochromia? You are Scar!
If you need to hear it from me, then...
I don't.
Yes, I am Scar. Cruel and twisted maniac.
Where's Yang Yang?
We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree?
But why do you perceive that I am special enough for such a meeting?
The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment.
And you think that somehow I'm going to side with somebody who is seeking to experiment with tacit discords and humans together? What do you want?
Don't worry. I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She's safe now.
There's time for that later.
Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you.
Your outfit reminds me of both... Rufus? I don't know, the dude from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and... Yeah, the bad dude with the white cloak, who also reminds me of the dude from Final Fantasy 15 that had the white cloak. That was Luna Freya's brother, I can never remember his name. That's what your outfit reminds me of. It's just yours is red and not white. It's got the, like, the dangly leather bits on the back.
To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories.
Okay, I have questions. Who did you hear that from? And why is it relevant to you? Just because somebody's become an amnesiac? That's not usually something that's of interest to most people. How did you know? Even though I just confirmed it for him.
So, it's true.
Yeah, told you, I just confirmed it. See these leather bits? You can see through the gap there. They remind me of the outfit.
That makes sense, given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors.
How do you know how fragile I was when I woke up? You followed me.
So you noticed. Oh, I am flattered.
Good for you.
No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers.
What do you mean by that?
But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only one who came forward to meet you with absolute honesty.
I still don't understand why you think the Rover is special. Again, someone who suddenly becomes an amnesiac is not something special and appealing to the average person. What do you know about her that has made you interested in her? Give me plain terms, sir.
Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for.
How do you know that?
Forces have been fighting for possession over you.
How do you know that I'm this special person? Why do people know that such a special person is going to appear? I'm ignoring the fact that it's happened before. And who are these forces exactly?
From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are.
I'd like to test that statement.
The world
with
is a
and
cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many.
Yeah, that's her name. I would still like confirmation from them that that is in fact the case, and they were lying to me.
That's why I'm here. Because I see you as a dear friend.
Because I can have something you want
to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face.
Could you be more specific?
But truth hurts sometimes.
I'm okay with that. As if you were any different. You're just trying to make me join your side.
You could say I'm looking forward to your choice.
His earrings are like ankhs.
My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more.
Or they could also be perceived as warped fleur-de-lis as well.
Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface. And our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all.
What did the Fraxidus do to this village?
Why do you have to assume we are the culprits?
Because your cards were found in a corner?
Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened.
Well, I mean,
here.
that's what I would have asked, but apparently not what the Rover would have asked.
I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring.
For you, maybe.
As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself?
I already did, and I saw nothing.
So go ahead. What do you see?
A large-scale ritual. People injured. A strange tacit discord.
Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn?
The Fraxidus manipulated the villagers. The village killed each other.
I see you don't really trust those villagers.
I don't know those villagers. But it's not foreign to say that the tacit field had an anomalous effect on the humans and disrupted their waves, and that they attacked each other. Like, that seems like a plausible series of events, Scar.
Ah, so they were right about you. You are indeed quite exceptional. I like it. Your keen observation, precise judgment, and accurate understanding of human nature.
But why was the Fraxidus's cards found here burned? You haven't answered that part yet. Or maybe part of your team were here. Like, as a hideout, and they died. That's also possible.
Let me give you a couple more tips.
Go for it. I'm open.
The truth is far more complicated than you think.
I'm happy to hear it.
First, who are the players in our tale?
Well, the Tacitus discourse.
An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers.
Did they bring the discord upon themselves? Sorry, the
Next,
field.
what makes up our main plot?
Greed, naivety, ignorance.
False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless
Wait, they
killings,
turned on the child?
and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, the story is yours to spin. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more.
Huh. Investigate the clues Scar provided, okay? Question Scar. We can go do that. A crumpled page from a children's book rests on a torn piece of diary paper with childish handwriting. Read the diary. 3rd of the 12th. Hi, I found a new home and the nice uncle gave me this cool new book to write in. Oh dear. Our old home was scared by monsters. Huh? So we went on a super long journey. Oh, is this intentional? God, even I'm sure a child of her age could spell correctly. On a super long journey, and she wouldn't use the word journey, it's a bit big for a child her age, to find this place. I asked when Mummy and Daddy will catch up with me, and Uncle said really soon. Can't wait for them to join us here. Did you know this uncle prior to the monster issue, or has he just come in and kidnapped you for all intents and purposes? Because that's creepy. The new place is so sunny and has a huge tree that grows peaches. Not many people from here go to the big city though. I just want Mummy and Daddy to find me quick. 12th of the 5th. Oh, wow. Jesus, she's all over the place. It's the 3rd of the 12th. It's the 5th of the 12th. And then it's the 5th of 12th still. Oh, the different years. Never mind. Oh, it is still meant to be 5th to 12th. Fucking American bullshit. Today it's my birthday. Birthday? Jesus. I don't even think a child would make that mistake. This person deserves to be shot. Not the child, the person who transliterated this. Everyone is being really nice, saying I'm their lucky charm because I can keep those mean monsters away. I'm really happy. Oh, is she a resonator as a child? I'm really happy and everyone likes me lots. Ugh. We had cake and noodles and I got presents too. It's been forever since... Hold up! Oh no, she said 4th birthday here. God, I thought it said it was her 4th birthday period. I was like, she's writing like this before she's 4? No, okay. It's been forever since I saw Mummy and Daddy, though. Forev's cringe. Though I hope they come back. Will they come back? This marks my 4th birthday here, and our village head made it official. I'm his daughter now. But before that, everyone had what? He murdered her family. Oh, he murdered her family. Everyone was already being taken care of me, English, and shared with me delicious meals. My father told me I'm a child of the Titi village, and I should consider myself lucky. I feel really fortunate to be loved by so many people. Even though my powers are small, I'll still do my best to continue to protect our village from being invaded by tacit discards.
Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food. And when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves.
Quite the storyteller, aren't you?
Fables. Stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they?
Fables, yes. Stories, no.
The same story gets told by many. And each person brings their own spin, their own focus. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations.
True enough.
Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part.
Interesting. She did deliberately bring us here. Okay, what do we got? The tree branches are loaded with paper slips. Oh, that's paper? Totally looks like a plant to me. Each holding a wish from someone. The words on most of the notes were soaked and no longer readable. Will this really work? Then I wish I could stand up again. I want money. I want so much money. I can't spend the rest of my... I want so much money I can't spend for the rest of my life. Amazing. Thank you, Lord. My legs really grew back. Grew back? Your legs grew back? What are you, frog? Holy hell. No, Mother just died and she left me a sum of money. But I don't want my wish to come true with this. I want my mother back. I want... back. Strange. It did make me stronger, but lately I seem to be getting weak again, and I can't... my body without... Is it because I haven't sacrificed enough? Please, 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 please don't take away my wish. I'll give you anything. Is really what we all wanted? Another crumpled page from a children's book, half buried in the mud.
One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security.
Is that the end of your story? How was it the end of the story? We're still at the beginning,
Nope.
Raven.
Quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning.
I love how the shepherd is drawn as a wolf.
With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter.
Is he a resonator, or is he someone that also has been experimented on and has tacit discord in him?
They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable?
No, keep going.
Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master?
Nope. We are all created equal. There should be no hierarchy.
Oh, so we agree already. You are right. But the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality.
God, the way your arm sort of just limps along. Are you injured? Where are we going, little TD? A crumpled page from a children's book silently resting on the ground. Of course it's going to rest silently on the ground. It's a book. It cannot speak nor make sound.
The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you?
I believe in quid pro quo, and the way you said that was really weird.
I once believed that too. Thought as long as I paid a high enough price, I could get my desired outcome.
I would say that the price and the outcome would have to be of equal measure, would they not? Although I suppose some sadistic fucks would make you pay more for less in return.
But true equality is scarce. Always has been. The world was never a fair place. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
To receive equal retribution, one must give more and more and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. When they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire.
How does the child come into this equation, though?
Funny, isn't it?
I still want to know how the child comes into it. And what's the relevance of the black sheep? Black lamb, whatever. You found some stains on the wall. As you lean in closer to look, you can make out some blurry text. Words like monster, witch, banish her, all her fault are written thickly on the wall. A crumpled page from a children's book, silently resting on the ground, again silently.
Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual. But the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the white lambs did?
Continued to follow him.
Those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses.
Tell Sky your theory of what happened. Okay.
Well done. You didn't let any details slip. Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs?
It's hard to say. I don't know if it was the shepherd per se, or whether it was the black lamb, the girl with her abilities, if she was unintentionally taking away to giveth to others. I haven't found any proof to know which way we're going. Although you could say it was the white lambs for being so stupid and wishing and wishing and wishing while someone else bore the brunt of their wishes. You know what? Let's go with that.
Brilliant answer. You saw past the obvious. The true culprit was not the shepherd, but the white lambs who chose to follow his rules.
Yay!
The shepherd never forced them into anything. He merely presented a choice, a possibility.
He could be very manipulative about it, but true.
No one would have been killed if they simply refrained from making those wishes. Their greed and indifference were the cause of it all. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes?
Their lives, everything they owned, their sincerity?
They must have poured their sincerity into it, no doubt.
Not the right answer.
But that's not much of a price, is it?
Well, it depends. What kind of a monster will you become without it?
Here's my final question. What happened to the black lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
It was murdered by the flock and the shepherd. It was executed because its flock was deceived. It survived along with all the other lambs. Well, that's not true because everyone here is dead. It was murdered by its flock and the shepherd. It was executed because its flock was deceived. I mean, the obvious answer is the top one, but I don't want to go with the obvious answer. So I'm going to say this, but like that feels right.
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock never found out about it. They were deceived to believe the black lamb was the culprit.
Almost there, Rover.
Look, we got one of the answers wrong, so I'm not entirely surprised.
Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again. Until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. The black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground.
Oh, so they moved on? So they're not dead. Well, the Black Lamb's dead.
How do you like my story,
So then where are
Rover?
they? It's very long. This has been a very long sequence.
What really happened here, I suppose you already have it figured out? The Black Lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the White Lambs who succumbed to their greed. The innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy.
Ah, no, they did kill each other.
They had it coming. All the shepherd had to do was execute
So who's
the
the
rebel.
shepherd then?
That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo.
Is that why you became a shepherd yourself?
Fun answer, but no. Not even close. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the Black Lamb. No one who breaks the rules.
He who fights too long against dragons becomes a dragon himself. Sure.
Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this Black Lamb is going to end up like you say.
Are we about to fight? Because that seems a bit out of place. God, it looks so maniacal. Oh, we are going to fight. Okay, well, that's not going to end well for me. Did you just want to fight from the beginning? Defeat Sky and break out of his Elysium. Doesn't look like Elysium, honey. Your definition and my definition differ greatly. Resurrection point activated.
Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take?
Well, I don't want to kill you. That seems unnecessary.
You've found us already.
Whee! Oh, but there's that over there.
Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, and red. Who's this? Watch out, my dear.
He's so
Your
strong.
pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join them on this right path. And I've got... Don't rush. One slip and you'll shatter to pieces.
Don't be like that. Why does it look so elongated and weird?
Bad timing.
It was bad timing, actually.
No hesitation.
Such speed. Such brutality. Can't you see? We are kindred spirit.
I stopped because I wanted to finish his dialogue, but it ran me into the barrier and finished it anyway.
Tell me, do you want to
Light
be
vein
the
reversal.
rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking Black Lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason or the sole apostle? Think
quite
about
know.
it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the Black Lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd. Then, eventually, there will be none left to be
Rover!
Such a pesky girl.
Nailed it! I got a few counter strikes on that one too. Purely by accident. Let's be real. And I got the occasional dodge in there. I still got hit, but I got the occasional dodge in. Of course, we are a higher level than he is.
Rover!
You mean that it took place in my head? Interesting. Why do you have my head in your lap? I'm a little disconcerted by this. I don't even know you. Yang Yang, can you please just put my head on the ground? Thank you.
I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
I mean, I don't know that he deserved that.
Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
I don't know that he deserved that.
Stay away from her.
I don't agree with his whole group, but still. He hasn't done anything wrong to me. Interesting design. I don't like the one eye, but your outfit's cool.
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
I like the way he puts it.
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Weird accent.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement.
Is that me?
No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end.
I was enjoying it, I'm gonna be honest. You're a little unhinged, but like, I understand your brand of unhinged.
But don't forget my sincere reminders.
Wait. Am I the black lamb in this analogy? Oh no.
Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble?
I like the middle option. If I get to choose.
The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again. In the not too distant future.
He was fun.
They're gone. Should we go after them?
Nah, just leave them. Never mind. Are you alright?
Oh, don't worry. I'm okay. Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space.
Teleportation?
He trapped me in confinement, and I could only sense that it wasn't far from here.
I mean, all things considered, I understand maybe if you had claustrophobia, it wouldn't be pleasant, but you weren't harmed. You were just temporarily confined.
It took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover. If only I could have reached you sooner.
I mean, I was enjoying myself. In fact, being away from your presence was quite delightful. I didn't realize how much of a drag you were, but since I had him, yeah, you are kind of boring. You are safe now, and that's all I care. English. I broke free from it all thanks to you. I like neither of those options. Whereas I was having fun and he was making a whole lot of sense.
Brother. Huh? Why are you here, little one?
It probably went hiding out of fear.
I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions.
We know, and you
brother
already
I'd
hypothesized why.
Could it be?
It's like she just goes in circles. Scar.
Yes, that is a possibility. Since Scar had been here before.
I'm wondering if Scar was the black lamb and that's how he got his... Well, they actually look like burn marks. I'm going to be honest, though it's hard to tell in a game that only has like minimal textures and you can't be too graphic, but they look like burns. But we're calling them scars, so I guess they're scars.
Let's talk about it
but
later.
then burn scars are scars?
Rover, can you fill me in on what happened?
You told Yang about what had happened and the leads you've gathered.
all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual.
And Scar was feeding me bits of info.
Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted beliefs? That does sound like something he might do.
What exactly did he say that was so abhorrent, Yang? I'm not excusing what you say his group does, but from what he said purely in that conversation, was he wrong?
We cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves.
Yes, we should give it a check. But fire on you for just disagreeing out of hand just because someone's on a different side of morality than you are. Just because they don't agree with you and you don't agree with them doesn't mean that there aren't some points you can agree on, like fact. As in what happened here. That is a fact. Why is there snow happening over there?
What's the matter?
There's totally snow? The magistrate.
Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see.
What element
can
does
feel
the
it in
magistrate
the
have?
streams.
Does she have glacier?
Over there. Follow me.
I'm wondering
In the south.
which is the direction of the mangosteen. I'm wondering if that's the magistrate watching me. Wait, the bodyguard. Yeah, I was going to say, what element was she?
They are unharmed. Please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked. Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.